Now, currently, there is something that is going on online where Sudan has accused Kenya for hosting a terrorist and a militia group in Sudan yesterday hosted an event at the Kenya International Conference Center, the KICC, to sign a said militia contract or a said militia deal that on how they will continue ruling Sudan. Now, apart from these, the question that a lot of Kenyans have been asking themselves, how is President William Ruto involved in this? And why should a president of a country like Kenya allow such a group to hold a meeting in Nairobi, which violates the international law? Allow me to read to you a publication that was done on 21st of June 2023. It was done by Ambassador Sana Ahmad, an ambassador in Uganda, in Sudan. She said the corrupt Kenyan President William Ruto is a close partner with Hemedti, who is a criminal thief, murderer, and a traitor. Now, this is the Sudan rebel commander who has been leading a force that has terrorized Sudan and a force that is trying to overthrow the government of Sudan. A lot of genocide is happening in Sudan right now. Now, the Kenyan president, Ahmad continues by saying the Kenyan president and Ahmedti are partners in exporting gold from Sudan to joint international companies. They conclude nine deferred sale. They concluded nine deferred sale agreements worth $8 billion and received 15% in advance. Furthermore, Kenyan president is waiting for 25% debt payoff of the value the bank guarantees for fuel tankers from Luxembourg, which is $4 billion. Currently, the Kenyan president is in trouble and is seeking to restore legitimacy to the RSF militia or its allies in order to avoid losing his business operation, adapted from an article by Major Fadi Badri. Now, that was an expose that was done by an ambassador by the name of Ambassador Sana Hamad, who is an ambassador in the Republic of Sudan. Now, going forward, one Maverick Aoko Otieno continued by exposing William Ruto by saying that, see, Ruto has used the war in Sudan to smuggle oil and weapons. Starbex Petrol, which is a company belonging to President William Ruto, from Uganda, saizi iko Rwanda and Bujumbura. Brother Hemedti is the procurement officer or the militia. Simple. He gets Ruto cheap oil from Sudan regions they have captured. Ruto uses it for his Starbucks and gives them weapons instead. How? Yeah. Now, that was an expose that came in, which exposed President William Ruto's relationship with this militia group, which is currently referred to as RF something. Now, going forward, I want to look at what Kenyans are saying in regards to this story that has been exposed, and even a reply and a statement that was given by Sudan in regards to how President William Ruto has decided to support the militia group in destroying the Republic of Sudan. Now, listen to this. It is a publication that has been published online. The Republic of Sudan, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Office of the Spokesperson and Media Directorate, Press Statement. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs regrets the Kenyan government disregard for its obligation under international law, the Charter of the United Nations, the Constitutive Act of the African Union and the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide by hosting the event of signing a so-called political agreement between the terrorist Janjaweed militia responsible for ongoing acts of genocide in Sudan and its affiliated individuals and groups. Given that the stated objective of this agreement is to establish a parallel government on part of Sudanese territory, this move promotes the dismembering of African states, violates the sovereignty, and interferes in the internal affairs. This is therefore a clear breach of the UN Charter, the Constitutive Act of the African Union, and the established principles of the contemporary international order. Furthermore, hosting leaders of the terrorist RSF militia and allowing them to conduct political and propaganda activities while they continue to perpetrate genocide, massacre civilians on an ethnic-based attack, IDP camps, and commit acts constitute an endorsement of and complicity in these heinous crimes. Equally, this action by the Kenyan government not only violates the principles of good neighborliness, but also contravenes the pledges Kenya has made at the highest level not to allow hostile activities against Sudan to be carried out on its soil. It is, therefore, tantamount to an act of hostility against the entire Sudanese people. Now, that is a statement going forward. They say the Minister of Foreign Affairs affirms that these propaganda stand will have no impact on the ground as the Sudanese Armed Forces, the SAF, along with joint and supporting forces backed by the Sudanese people, remain resolute in their determination to liberate every inch of Sudanese territory discredited by the terrorist militia and its foreign mercenaries. The swift and continuous progress toward this goal remains unabated. While the ministry calls on the international community to condemn this hostile act by the Kenyan government, it affirms that it will take all measures to redress. These people are tired of what President William Ruto is doing. Ruto, you can't be selling water while drinking wine. That is what they are telling him. Because how on earth do you say that you are defending what is happening in Congo, signing charters to protect the people of Congo, to make peace reign in Congo, yet you are allowing a militia group that has currently overtaken the government of Sudan, that is killing the people of Sudan, to sign a charter in your soil at one of the most important buildings that we have in this republic, the Kenya International Conference Center, the KICC. And there, these people signed this charter. You hear there is an expose that was done by an ambassador of Sudan exposing how President William Ruto has close ties with Hemedti, who is the leader of the militia group that is trying to overthrow the government of Sudan, that he gets gold and oil, petrol from Uganda, from Sudan at a cheaper price. Ruto is a trillionaire right now due to the dealings that he has been doing under the disguise of him being the president of the Republic of Kenya. What is your take? Leave a comment in the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.